heading here to the disaster zone tomorrow. The president today speaking for the first time about the devastation in Texas, praising first responders and the rescue effort. President Trump's handling of his first natural disaster under intense scrutiny tonight. Here's ABC's chief White House correspondent, Jonathan Karl.
At the White House today, President Trump offered this message to the victims of Hurricane Harvey. We are 100% with you.
We are one American family. We hurt together. We struggle together. And believe me, we endure together. We are one family.
The president was upbeat about recovery efforts, saying the Texas governor is doing a fantastic job, calling his FEMA administrator outstanding in so many ways, and predicting a swift recovery.
Yes, Texas is a unique place. It's a great, great state, great people, and I think you'll be up and running very, very quickly, really very quickly. So, yeah, I think you're going to be in fantastic shape.
Trump today also defended his controversial pardon of Arizona Sheriff Joe Arpaio, who was convicted of contempt of court for racial profiling. The pardon was announced just as Hurricane Harvey started to hit the Texas coast.
In the middle of a hurricane, even though it was a Friday evening, I assumed the ratings would be far higher than they would be normally. You know, the hurricane was just starting. And I put it out that I had pardoned, as we say, Sheriff Joe. He is loved in Arizona. I thought he was treated unbelievably unfairly.
And John Karl joins us now from the White House. And John, President Trump is heading down to Texas first thing in the morning.
The president and the first lady are going down to Texas to get a first-hand look at recovery efforts. And Tom, they tell us that the president will be going back to Texas and to Louisiana on Saturday.
Now expanding that trip. All right, Jonathan Karl for us at the White House. Another big story we're following tonight, the latest provocation from North Korea. Reports of a new ballistic missile launch, this one passing over Japanese airspace. ABC's chief international correspondent, Terry Moran, joins me now from London. And Terry, what do we know about this missile and the response in the region?
Well, Tom, this is another serious escalation. North Korea firing a missile crossing over Japanese airspace. That's something they have done 3 times before, but not without warning or at a time of such escalating tension. So, the ballistic missile was launched from near Pyongyang, flew east, passing over Japan before landing in the ocean off Hokkaido. Japan's government went on high alert, actually warning people in the north to take cover. This is the latest in a series of provocations from North Korea, which recently tested an intercontinental ballistic missile experts say may be capable of reaching major U.S. cities. North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un has been seen celebrating his recent missile launches, and in response, President Trump has threatened to confront new signs of aggression from North Korea with, quote, fire and fury. No response yet from the White House to today's launch. Tom?
All of this adding so much tension to that region. All right, Terry, thanks so much. We will stay on top of all of those developments. And right here, much more ahead on this special edition of World News Tonight. We're going to continue following all the developments out of here. The new impact from Harvey felt by millions across the country. The cost of gas about to spike. How high could prices go in just the next 2 days? Plus, tracking the new storm threat tonight. Another tropical system forming off the American coast. And America strong tonight. Everyday heroes coming to the rescue.
Yeah, this is Forever Ray Dean Johnson, or Forever Ray with G-Works, Titus chapter 2, verse 14. Zealous of good works, you get to doing what is good. G-Works is a business that represent therefore goal, reach eternal life through Christ and keep the cross moving. G-Works also represents C.M.C, cross movement clues, trying to figure out clues within the Bible, 39 books within the Old Testament and 27 books within the New Testament. Just looking at some worldwide news, some current events on worldwide news. President Donald Trump is the president of the United States of America, and our former president was Barack Obama. Speaking on Houston, Texas, disasters and floodings going on in Houston, Texas. What does the Bible have to say about that? Looking at some clues, cross-movement clues within the book of Revelations. One book of prophecy and predictions and foretellings and visions and declarations made in advance, which is Revelations. Revelation is a book with clues and announcements and manifestations and apocalypse and Armageddon and mass destruction within the world is soon to come, and the ending of the world is soon to come, and destruction of civilization within the world is soon to come, and the final battleground within the world is soon to come, and the showdown between good and evil within the world is soon to come, and the world ending in self-destruction is soon to come, and total annihilation and utter destruction within the world is soon to come, and the world ending in disaster and calamity is soon to come, and entirely assassinating and slaughter within the world is soon to come, and combinations of torment and ruination within the world is soon to come, an utmost case of misery and termination within the world is soon to come, and everything in the world ending in ruin and burden and woe is soon to come, and the downfall of evil people within the world is soon to come, and the wiping out of wicked human beings within the world is soon to come. So that's some clues within cross movement clues within the book, within the Bible of the book of Revelations, some clues, and looking at some clues of a missile that is about to fly from Japan, I think, or Korea, North, or Korea. A missile is about to fly. A missile is about to fly from Japan, and let's just say if a missile did hit the USA or the United States of America, the United States of America will be wiped out, and everything in the world. And let's just say if some wars start to break out, wars and disasters and entirely assassinated and slaughtered within the world will happen, where tragedy will come into the world, where human beings will be destroyed, and human beings will be death and dead bodies will be everywhere. And I'm pretty sure through the floods and disasters that's going on in Houston, Texas, there's already enough tragedies that's going on there. But missiles, the Bible talks about that there will be wars and rumors of wars and disasters and earthquakes and famine and disaster that will come into the world, where human beings will end up dead and they will die. Well, this is Ray Dean Johnson with G-Works, Titus chapter 2, verse 14, zealous of good works, eager to doing what is good. My final thoughts is that hopefully the people turn out safely in Houston, Texas, and sooner or later the world will come to an end. Or world over, the Catholic channel TV station World Over, where the world will eventually come to an end, and everything in the world will be wiped out. This is Ray Dean with G-Works, representing the cross and keeping the cross moving. I'm out. And I'm from East St. Louis, in Atlanta, Georgia, representing the East Side, West Side, God in the Sky that's coming back soon. And this is Ray Dean with G-Works, Titus chapter 2, verse 14. Zealous of good works, eager to doing what is good. And I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois, and I'm living in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm out. Peace.